is Guadalupe Barrera, and I worked in CCAD in the 1966 to 1993, and I worked in the fuel control shop. I was loaned out to the cleaning shop, and I was also loaned out to test cells and to the engine build-up in the T53 engine line. And I developed diabetes out of all of this thing that been going on in CCAD. I worked in the beginning of the the Vietnam War. Of course, when I went in there, it was 1966. Vietnam War was just about escalating. So when it was the big helicopters, and all the helicopters contaminated with all chemicals that were sprayed there in Vietnam, we started receiving them in the fuel control shop. And the fuel control is like a carburetor to a regular car. The fuel control is like a carburetor to a regular car. The fuel control, of course, it collects all the data from exposes the fuel to all the rest of the engine and the helicopter. So anyway, when we got the fuel controls in from disassembly, we had to. The fuel control is a component of the whole engine. Besides all the little components that the engine has, the oil pumps, nozzles, combustion drain valves, everything that the fuel control engine has, and also that the engine has all the little components that they were righted them out from disassembly to the fuel control shop. So we had to spray them. We had a spray booth, and we had to wash them off. We had to wash off the fuel control before we would test it, and because they didn't clean the fuel control shop in the cleaning shop. We had to do it ourselves after it was routed out to the fuel control shop. So there's a throttle shaft right in the center of the fuel control, and I could see the residue of Agent Orange all around it. So of course we had to spray all of that out, and we had to clean the whole fuel control, and that's how I got exposed to the Agent Orange. And besides all the other little parts that were in the engine, we also had to clean them out. But because when they say that the helicopters were flown in from Vietnam and they were sent to regular shops, to different shops that were pre-analyzed or pre-shop analysis, what they call it, and they would dissect the whole engine, the whole fuel control. But the engine, it's impossible to dissect the whole engine, the regular engine part. So they would send the engine to the disassembly, and over there they had different people taking out parts from the engine, and they were routed out to the shops. So there's no way that they could have gotten into the small parts in the engine if they claimed that they were all contaminated, coming in from Vietnam. They might have done the blades or maybe the outside. They covered the doors, the windshields, and all that, but not the inside of the helicopter. The doors and all that stuff that's inside the helicopter, the seats and everything. But they couldn't get to every little detail, every little pieces of stuff that's in the helicopter. So we had to do all of that, and that was my exposure to the Agent Orange.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Barrera. Do you think Joe Dunaway should come to your aid, being that you're sick on the Corpus Christi Army Depot?
Do I think that Mr. Dunaway
should help you?
My aid?
That should help you. He's a current colonel out at the depot.
Well, see, those colonels they're new. It's something new to them, and a lot of times they don't want to get involved
Well, do you think that people are dying out here of cancer?
They should help. They should help. I mean, if you look at it as a very, in a Christian-like way, they should help. They should help because, you know, we're human beings. I mean, but we should leave aside all this thing that I help you, you help.
Thank you, Mr. Barrera.